Welcome to Beyond the Gym Floor by STC Learn. On today's episode, we're taking the concept of needs analysis, writing a program, and applying it to the back end of your business to make sure you're running effectively and efficiently, maximizing client buy-in in those really important early 2 weeks with your clients to make sure you're getting results, you're building retention, and you're not spending hours doing admin every single week. Enjoy the episode. We'll see you there.
I think when you're younger, it's just like life's more simple and there's less input.
Yeah.
So you're just like, what was the worst thing that we were doing? It was like getting shredded.
Yeah, there's less browser tabs open.
Less. What do they say? Pressure is a privilege when you have when you've got people that depend on you. It's like true, but then it's like that comes with a cost, pressure. Which is not being able to do all that stuff. So anyway, I was like, I found it all, and I was like, this is nothing. Like it's useless.
All right, so I want to start this episode because I always forget to do the thing that we're supposed to be talking about because we just get excited and talk. So we have our new free resource and our brand new shiny polished up website that you can go check out. The link is on the bio at instagram.com, or you can go straight to stcfit.com resources and find, do you know how hard it is to say 6-figure sales systems checklist?
6-figure sales systems checklist.
Do you know how many
6-figure sales systems checklist?
I've said that so many times, making all the YouTube videos and stuff. Tripping over it a lot.
I can see how that would happen.
Yes, but it is available. So we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, I think, like a checklist to go through, and we walked through it. It's now available for a free download, and it comes with a 5-video training series as well that walks you through how to actually not just tick box yes or no, actually go and learn how to apply it into your business and
do the thing.
Yeah, what it actually means. So when you look at, I don't know what a fucking piece of hero content is, we'll tell you and we'll tell you how to make it. Great.
All right.
And that'll flow into the topic of the episode. But we just had a really interesting conversation about us being old men not being able to deal with stimulants anymore.
Fuck. Not being able to deal with the magnitude of stimulants that I have previously been able to withhold or withstand.
Do you reckon you are just more aware of how you feel and you always felt like shit doing it, or you're just more resilient because you have less?
I was able to ride this, fucking flog this horse pretty hard, bro. Like in the height of like the most stimulants I've ever taken, I would have been taking an animal stack, which is fucking 400 megs, I think, of caffeine. We're having like 2 coffees a day, synephrine,
other stuff.
Maybe some other things that we probably shouldn't talk about on this podcast. And then, I mean, like, to be fair, I was, I don't know, sub 10% body fat.
Yeah.
But it was even now I find like as soon as I try and like adopt some of those things, which may be beneficial for a fat loss phase, it's like I can't even get that initial phase kind of kicked going. Like, and it's like I would have to get myself into like a really silly level of body fat to be like lethargic, so that I could use those things to keep me up. Now I'm just like, as soon as like, even like I honestly the other day had that thought about the caffeine, and I was like, I need to just go to 1 a day,
have less. I
was like, I don't know, I just feel like the more things that go on, like you were talking about, it's just like your mindset, the anxiousness, whatever. It's like there's other ways to make yourself alert. That don't involve, overdosing on caffeine. And I'm like, I have to seriously look into this now.
Yeah, I wish you could control the time of caffeine. I wish the half-life wasn't 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I wish you could control it. So like yesterday during the workshop, I was just like, I'm not even fucking here right now. I was like kind of trying to do something
Sorry,
else.
I was asking you questions too. I feel bad now.
No. It was just, I don't know if you noticed, about a half an hour in, I turned my camera off and I went and made a coffee and came back.
Oh, okay.
After the call, I was like, I had 3 different WhatsApp chats going. I was talking to 2 other clients. I was writing something. I was like, the guy in Limitless, just like, like, fuck, let's go.
Yeah.
And then Amy got home at like 5:30 and I was still like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this needs to not be on anymore.
Yeah, how can I turn it off?
And then like I had a shit sleep, and it's like you paid for it on the back end, but it's like that 3 hours, 2 hours of hyper focused productivity
was really valuable.
Was really good. Like the reel was fun. It was I was creative. I was just in that right zone, but I know I go to that step too far. And it's like, I'm not creative anymore. I'm just a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting that balance right's tough.
Yeah. So it'd be nice if you could just be like, I just want this to happen for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you'd have to maybe, caffeine specifically, you probably just have to dose it appropriately for the time. I reckon, to be fair, like sometimes I get a bit lazy with it and I probably could just like do some circulatory work and it'd probably pick back up. Yeah. Well, I just rely more on like the administration and it's like, you know, it's just a lazy way of thinking. It's not, it's like I could be stuck at my desk. Like even yesterday I was like,
jump on a bike or something.
Smashed out content, like made a couple of videos, social media stuff, did some check-ins. And then I was like, I've got an hour to eat and then prepare myself for the workshop.
Yeah.
And then I got caught on something and couldn't let it go. Yeah. So then I had 20 minutes to eat and, prepare myself for the workshop. And then I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll have a coffee. When really, if I just went for a 10-minute walk, I would have been the same, like probably as alert.
Yeah, you're
without
right.
tipping over to...
You're 100% right.
And it's just those kind of things that you just forget. Like you just... Because you're always going to go... We talk about friction all the time. There's more friction to thinking about going for the walk and going for it than walking to the coffee machine, pressing a button and just drinking it, right?
And also coffee tastes great.
Tell you what, Padre... the coffee, we really like it.
Yeah, we already did our barbells and bands and coffee review.
Just throwing it everywhere now. But yeah, that is a bit of a curse as well. It's like obviously enjoying coffee is tough.
Yeah. My country story of the week. You ready?
Fuck yeah, let's do it. I didn't know I don't know which podcast we do that on.
Me I'm just either. Like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah. You have to listen to them both every week.
Yeah. We're really trapping these people.
Yeah, you have to listen to 90 minutes of us every week.
It's really one podcast.
Yeah.
2 episodes.
Well, we've recorded in one sitting, so you can listen to it over the week.
That's it. Yeah.
So I ordered. Now I'm actually not sure they're going to come because I haven't got any confirmation I feel like I've been scammed here a little bit, but if they come, I ordered. From the outside. Remember, like the black trackies we used to wear for work because they were like professional. You had the pair of Champion ones because I got them because your glutes got too big for them.
I can't remember, mate. But
it's like.
Actually, I do now.
Yep. So they're like a synthetic tracksuit pant, basically. That's not yet. No one wears them anymore.
Yeah, Champion's like a boutique, like brand now.
Yeah,
it's wild, isn't
it?
Yeah. People used to like make fun of you wearing it. Now it's like super expensive boutique.
Yeah, and I told my wife not to buy one when we were in London. She put on this real nice Champion jumper, and I'm like, it looks nice. I just have a preconceived idea of what Champion means. If you want it, get it. And she was like, well, I'm not getting it now.
Yeah. Well, that was a bad move.
And then I saw a billboard on the way here. Speaking of retro brands, Russell Athletic.
Yeah,
was a big billboard with some cool kids.
A few brands have done a good job of like getting themselves out of that like
Target brand
bum bag, like coin in the back of the hat with the fucking elastic bag. Like, elastic band is like, all right, we need to stop that. Let's up the price.
Yeah.
You know who hasn't done that though? Lonsdale.
They've gone the other way.
They're at Target now.
Yeah. They've gone mass production. The mass production route. It's like, let's get into.
Does that still look the same though?
And is it
I feel like the quality might be.
Is it Stussy that's at Target now as well?
I don't know.
Stussy?
Yeah, someone
I feel like
that.
they wouldn't be.
Nah. Oh.
There was a brand that I was oh shit, I used to. Remember how we were having the conversation about what's the brand? It's not Carlisle. It's something like that. It starts with a C.
Carhartt.
Yeah.
So I bought my Carhartt t-shirts at a store on the Champs-Élysées in Paris.
Yeah.
Right? Just picture that in your head. The environment that you're in when
Carhartt,
you
Paris.
spend $120 Australian on 2 t-shirts. We walked out of Bunnings. This is another country story. Ready? I've got 2. Walked out of Bunnings and we're walking down to the furniture joint and walked past, is it RSEA or whatever it's called? The tradie joint? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
The high-vis joint.
Yeah.
I just call it that because I don't know what else.
So walking past that and I see like this nice like flannel jacket with the wool lining and I want one. And I was like, I'll go have a look. It was Carhartt, bro.
Yeah.
The whole fucking store is Carhartt clothing.
Yeah. They do really good like thick, warm kind of clothing, right?
Carhartt's.
I've got a vest.
I assume it's like a snowboarding.
Yeah, I've got a vest that's
background
Carhartt
or something?
and it's fucking like awesome.
At its roots, it's very utility based. That kind
Well,
of thing. And now it's just fashion.
I thought it was high fashion, and then I came back and was like, I can buy this from the tradie place.
Yeah.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah, I've got a vest that I like doesn't fit, but I won't give it to anyone.
I'll have
it's
it,
like
thanks.
really expensive. I don't know I feel like it's not made for anyone with lats.
Yeah.
So you might have to wait till your back gets a bit smaller.
All that golf training. But yeah, so the pants that I ordered are wool lined on the inside.
Oh,
Wow.
that's dangerous. Could be too warm.
No.
could.
Well, yeah.
But it's also 4 degrees
yeah, I was going to
in my
say,
house in the morning. So
yeah.
the walk option is the prospects are improving. I said to Amy, I'm like, I don't want to move here and then not go anywhere because it's cold. I want to be prepared enough
Oh, okay, yeah.
that I can do
get
whatever
out.
the fuck I want because I'm prepared properly.
Yeah.
If that means I need fucking gloves and whatever, like it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Because like we were the people that went to the Northern Hemisphere in January. Like it snowed while we were in New York. It snowed while we were in the UK. Like they
Cold
were
people.
deliberate choices that we made. But we like took thermals and big socks and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, so that's...
Yeah.
Winter here is like that. So be fucking prepared for it.
I don't like the layers, man. I don't like getting hot and then you have to peel them off.
My biggest pet peeve of that situation, particularly overseas, it's like it's fucking 3 degrees outside. And then inside the shopping centre is 25.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, and you
It's
have
so
all this clothing on.
Yeah.
And then you start instantly sweating.
It's like you walk in New York, they all have obviously like the snow rooms in most of the shops. So you walk in there, it's like beanie off, scarf off, gloves off, jacket off, jumper off, fill your fucking backpack, walk into the store. I don't like anything. Everything
Do it
back
again.
on. Go to the next shop. Like, fucking hell. It's a nightmare.
I just wouldn't shop at that time of the year.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that. Just ride this out.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my country story of the week. I'm ordering woolen lined pants and shopping at tradie places now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
My lawn's coming good.
Oh, yeah.
Mowed it twice.
Yeah.
Little lawn shot.
Did you laugh at the fresh fade?
The fresh fade bit? Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm over that. I'm on the other side now of mowing the lawn.
Just hate mowing them now.
I don't hate it. I'm just like it's a process. I got 2 fucking large breed dogs. There's shit everywhere.
Past
like,
the honeymoon phase.
yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah.
just like the front I'm not. Like, I don't know, the front the grass just hits different.
Yeah.
You know? But the back, I'm like...
Is it also because, people are going to see the front, not
Yeah,
the
of
back?
course. And the grass looks nice at the front. So whoever did it,
Yeah.
put a lot of work in.
I
the
bet
front.
downstairs is way tidier than upstairs. In
Oh
the house
man,
too.
we had we had friends come over. Was it 2 weeks ago when I got absolutely fucking lit, and I was in a bad mood for the rest of the week. And then because my mate's partner hadn't seen the house,
Yeah.
we were like, "Fuck,
They're going to come upstairs.
they're gonna come upstairs." So we had to clean the whole fucking house, both bathrooms,
Yeah.
all 800 bedrooms. But the couch upstairs, the dogs sleep on it because it was their couch from
Yeah.
So I had to clean that. Bathrooms, like we did this whole spring clean. I'm like, can we just never invite anyone over that hasn't seen our house again?
Yeah, because this is too big to
Yeah,
clean.
because normally if everyone comes, we're like, fuck it, just chuck it upstairs.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate cheat code. Even my wardrobe, it's like our master bedroom is spotless because my wardrobe is a
pigsty.
fucking bomb site. Like I just literally chuck everything in there and I'm like, I'll find it later.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, I think this is underneath this pile of clothing.
Give it a sniff.
Yeah.
The sniff check.
Yeah. But so I had to clean my house. It's fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm still in. I want because I can see my back lawn from my computer.
Yeah.
So it's like my.
Done that twice now.
Ooh, how you doing? It's like my attachment to hello outside.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was getting a little bit long. I was like, nah, I'm not having it.
There's
But
a lot of is it catharsism?
Yeah.
When once you've finished. It's
Yeah.
not even to a workout.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So yesterday I had an hour between finishing something and then getting on a call. And I was like, the things I need to do are going to take longer than that. So I need to go outside and I may as well go outside because it's a good day and take advantage of it. And I was like, okay, I'll mow the lawn. And I got it. Yeah, got it done. And now it was very, very rewarding. So that maybe instead of getting on your exercise bike in your garage, Jace, you can go mow your lawns.
Yeah.
And you won't need a coffee.
It's
Get
true.
outside, get some sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon if you just did even 20 push-ups,
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah.
It'll just I
remember
switch your brain on. Is it bigger? What's the book? Faster, leaner, stronger,
Bigger, faster, stronger.
I'm pretty sure it's in that.
Yeah, okay.
Is it always? I've read so much stuff, man. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's Stan Efferdine. He does like the walking or like the movement stuff. Like is it 3 times a day or something?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's someone somewhere that I've read from some book, and someone's screaming at me right now. Yeah. Come after me, man. I've read a lot of shit.
Just put it in the comments, and we'll also know then.
Yeah.
And then hit subscribe.
It's like, this guy's stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's too much information.
Yeah, I hate when people do that on podcasts, though, and I know the answer. I'm like, it's fucking this.
I've read a lot of stuff on the human body and performance.
Yeah.
I think like maybe that practice might be better.
Before I presented in Brisbane, I ran out and went on the air bike for 2 minutes. And like obviously anxious, jittery. I had a lot of caffeine, but I like presenting caffeinated. But it just allowed me to bring the anxiety out of it and just focus a little bit.
Yeah. You know what I like to do? The opposite.
Yeah.
Like try and maybe get my hands on some beta blockers or something.
Yeah, calm.
Just see what it's like.
Yeah.
Just have, a tiny bit.
Yeah, I should do it and then ask the audience.
Because how like it doesn't happen that often. I think it's a practice thing too, but if you get stimulated enough and then your mind's racing, you kind of get bottlenecks in your brain.
Yeah.
You're trying to think of words. Yeah. You're trying to think of direction.
Yeah.
And then when you lose yourself, you start fucking chasing words.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like obviously it comes with practice and preparation, but sometimes you can be a bit fucking G'd.
Yeah.
And then I just wonder if you could bring that down a bit. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's mushrooms out there, specific types, not those ones. That maybe
probably those ones.
Well,
you just micro.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they all use.
Yeah. Okay.
When they're microdosing, that's what they have.
Yeah. Right. Well, there you go. Yeah. I just wonder what that would feel like, just to see, which one would make you perform better. Because that's at the end of the day, that's all everyone's chasing.
I want to do mushrooms with you.
Like who said
high dose?
Yeah. Cool. Who said?
Moving on.
Who said? Who was it we spoke to? And they were just like every single like successful person. Well, not every single, but like most of the people that you look up to and like you deem successful, especially in fitness, are all just trying to find the edge.
Yeah.
Like mentally,
it's
performance wise.
Yeah.
Like obviously in the fitness industry, like it's both ends of the spectrum. Like there's people out there looking for like performance enhancement from a body perspective as well as mind. And but then there's like other people that are just like, I'll do anything to make my brain work better.
Yeah. There's a running joke that like it's more people don't have an Adderall subscription that do.
Yeah. Like in people like Silicon Valley or something.
Yeah. This is in Manhattan. Yeah. It's just like everyone is on it because you have to. Yeah. Because otherwise the other people have the edge on you. And if you don't have the edge,
it's just winning. Someone else is just getting more skin in the game, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
After our chat at the start, it's like,
how do I get Adderall?
Adderall mushrooms, huh?
I've never tried it.
Nah, neither. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe not knowingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Only Madaf, which is similar, but not quite.
Yeah. I had a singlet that said, cool kids say yes. Took that a bit too far when I was younger.
Yes.
Yeah. What's this? Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's have it.
Let me know how
Next thing you know, we're like doing mixed martial arts on the beach at 6 a.m. kicking the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
So
Europe stories coming next week.
Travel stories.
Travel stories.
The travel stories.
What's up, guys? You're listening to the STC Fit Learning Podcast, brought to you by ourselves. Feel free to go check out our websites. On there, we have a bunch of free resources, including how to niche your business, how to actually sell during consults, and a free programming template, plus our business scorecard, which you can go and take and see how you stack up in the industry based on what we think is elite and how to become the best trainer in your gym, in your town, and in the industry. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you take a screenshot and tag us, we really, really appreciate it. It really helps get this message out to help improve our industry and keep people in their personal training careers. Enjoy the app. So I've come up with a concept and I think it's cool and I need validation.
All right, hang
on. I'm going to do it in a public forum.
I'm stretching.
That's really long, like the rest of the episode.
I'm getting ready to give you validation though, because I let you down last week.
Fucking did.
And I feel like that's going to be one of those things that you're never going to let go.
It'd be gone. That looks good, channel.
Fucking devastated.
In the file.
You're devastated. Savage.
I've come up with this idea of a business program.
Yep.
So trying to get personal trainers to understand how easy it is to actually put in an effective back-end system and framing it in a model that looks like a program.
Yep.
So specifically today, we're only going to talk about like the onboarding part.
Okay.
Mostly. First thing we need to do when we look at this, and like when we sit down with a client and we want to write a program, the first thing we do is write a needs analysis on the client. They need bigger glutes, they need bigger shoulders, they need to get stronger, they need whatever. We actually do a needs analysis. So what is a business need from a back-end system standpoint to work effectively? And I wrote them down.
Of course you did.
So they need something that stands out from the crowd to build authority that leads to sales.
Yeah.
Something that trainers always complain about is like, I need better clients. Like, you need to attract better clients. If the messaging you're putting out right now isn't getting you the clients you want, take responsibility of it.
Yeah.
Present something that shows who you are, what you do. Information about the client to produce high value consultations. So I feel like there's still a lot of personal trainers doing like ESSA forms, go to a workout. They're not actually sitting down and doing a proper consultation.
Yeah.
Which is, what are your core problems? How have you tried to solve them? We could solve them this way. Let me show you. I think a lot of people are missing out on that. A simple payment method that the client requires the lowest input possible.
Oh, yeah.
Low friction. We had a conversation in Standout yesterday? Thursday?
We have a lot of
I don't know what day it is.
About what?
About sales calls.
Oh, yeah.
Sending out the link and it falling apart. One reason that could happen is there's just too much friction to fill out the form.
Yeah.
I know even with ours, we actually have, it doesn't matter who we use. This form that we use, it asks for an emergency contact and it only has one box.
Yeah.
But it needs two names. If you don't put first and last name in the box, the whole thing shits itself and it wipes all the data. So they have to do it again.
That is
super fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
And you have to put it, when you message the link, you have to tell them this is what's going to happen. And they still don't do it. Don't read it. They miss it and it fucks up.
That's a fucking
simple. Yeah, it's a problem.
Up.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
So I stay on calls just for that error.
Of course.
Because I know if that error comes up, I'll do it later. And then
it just never happens.
Buyer's remorse starts to kick in.
Yeah.
And you don't want buyer's remorse before the contract.
100%.
That's a real problem. So making sure you're being clear of that. Need an agreement with clear T's and C's on how your business works.
Yeah.
Again, I need better clients because I want them to check in. They don't give notice. They do whatever. Their behavior is not in alignment with what I would like them to do.
Yep.
Have you ever formally told them how to do it? Usually the answer is no from most personal trainers. Yeah. So if you haven't demanded that from them, then you can't expect it in return. You haven't even outlined how things work. So
100%.
That is a real problem. An onboarding experience that creates immediate buy-in for the client.
Yep.
So I'll let you tell the story of when we recognized that our retention had just fucking fallen through the floor with our team a couple of years ago.
So we obviously track our business data, which we did in Standout PT yesterday. So I'm hoping all the guys have got their new data tracker that's been updated, all filled in.
And if you want a free version, just go to the website and Six Figure Business Systems will show you what
you're not tracking your data. How do you know there's a problem? So we identified that our average retention went down significantly in a shorter period of time. And put on some new coaches and they were learning and all of that stuff, but it was still a problem. We realized that, we hypothesized that the issue could have been the onboarding process and the delivery of the plan itself. So when these people were signing up, they were getting excited about working with the coach and they were getting excited about working towards their goals, but they actually weren't really mapping out, or there was no communication on what they could expect to see in the time frame working with that coach. So we did a whole workshop and put together modules and resources in our education system
for our trainers,
for our coaches, to learn how to map that out. Mm-hmm. So it's good to talk about problems and solutions and those kind of things, but your clients want to see this 4 to 6 weeks is for this next 4 to 6 weeks is for that, this next 4 to 6 weeks is for this. And obviously it's going to change potentially, but they still want that vision. And it helps with buy-in, it helps with decision making, it helps with good conversations that you have with client and coach. It all around, it just makes the experience better.
Yeah.
So we significantly turned around that buy-in and significantly turned around that retention rate in a really short period of time, just from that simple.
Yeah, we pretty much
strategy.
changed two things and took our retention from 12 weeks to 26.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah, and that's why I was so G'd about the annual planner that came into the app now.
Yeah.
Because like, even though I don't think they can see it,
they can't.
Their end,
only on their
but when you're in your check-in, you show the planner.
Yeah.
Like even that, it's just like, I want this done by the end of the month. You know, I've got a few people cutting at the moment, for example. I'm like, I want this cut done by the end of May.
Yeah.
Then we're going to move into this. Then we're going to move into that. And it's like getting them excited about that vision. Like the buy-in is just so much greater.
Yeah. Makes a huge impact. And then, so when you start thinking about that, it's like, put your business owner hat on. The behavior of your client in the first 2 weeks is the largest predictor of the lifetime of that client. And let's, with business owner hat on, lifetime value of that client.
Yeah.
And that can sway just based on how they experience the first 2 days.
Yeah.
So we found we had to add in this really clear plan and then add like a really simple Loom video that was easy. We explained it. This is what's going on. Here you go. And that became a systemized approach that we took to onboarding people. And it doubled our retention, which means it doubles the lifetime value of your client.
Yeah. And I still think ours is good. I still think it could be better.
I agree.
Yeah. Especially for the coaching side of it. Like, I think we can still improve, even if it's in that first 14 days.
Yep.
Just like email at the start.
Yeah.
3 days later, have you watched this video? Have you done that video? Have you checked in with your coach to talk about check-in times? And there's just all these things, these little things. They're just tiny, but they're so significant when you think about that initial period of this, like getting that buy-in and getting that person up to speed. Because like we know that like not everyone's going to do everything that they're supposed to do when you say like this is all the stuff you have to do when you get started. Yeah, there's so many things to think about, especially like if you're jumping on and coaching with us. Like it's not just like a PDF program. And an email or a WhatsApp fucking chat group. Like there's a lot of stuff when you think about it. Yeah. So respecting that and making sure that we understand that and tailoring it for the lowest common denominator. Mm-hmm. Those maybe every 3 days for that first 2 weeks is probably a valuable thing. And I think where we make up for that at the moment is we touch base with them directly. Yeah. But
I think you should do both.
I agree.
Yeah. And we talk about that a lot in the video training series that comes with the checklist. It's like, what are you doing afterwards? Yeah. And then it's like something I've been talking about a lot on the socials, like what would happen? I started with 50 and you know what? I pulled it back to like 5. Like most PT business couldn't handle 5 new clients in a week.
Yeah.
There'd be cracks. And if you got 10, you'd be really fucking struggling. And 20, your business...
No, you wouldn't.
Of those 20 people, I reckon you'd keep 5.
Yeah, because you just fuck it up. 20 people, probably 50% are getting one program, 50% are getting another as well.
Yeah, just not in a position to actually deal with that.
The back end stuff is just not there to support individualization, specificity.
Yeah. So the big push and like the people we want to speak to is like, our thing is like full book, 6 figures, 26 weeks.
Yeah.
30-day guarantee, come to a Standout PT. This is what we fucking do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are out looking for that. They want the full book. They want the hybrid business. They want the 6 figures. Yep. They never actually put any thought into what does that mean from a maintenance administration standpoint. Yeah. So the data we did yesterday, which I don't think we talk about today, I think we'll talk about it in a couple of weeks and a little bit deeper. But even something as simple as like we had a trainer of ours who got really, really established and was doing great. And her retention's actually fucking awesome. It's really, really good. I think she's been a trainer for like 8 months and I reckon she's maybe had 5 cancellations.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's like killing it. And doing 25 sessions a week, not 10. And got a little bit comfortable and her quote was, I thought I was just past making phone calls.
Yeah.
It's like, unfortunately, until you have people coming to you, you never pass making phone calls.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest way to regenerate your business.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, with the data that we talked about in that checklist episode, if you know all your ratios, how many calls do I need to make to speak to people, bookings, show up again, sales, close, retention. If I know that people stay for 6 months and I need to maintain a book of 30 clients, that means I need to make 30 sales every 6 months.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. So it's like I need 1.5 sales all the time. So if you were just like, I'm going to make 1 sale every single week, whatever it takes to make that happen becomes, that's just part of my job. It's what I do, because you know that predictability is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then as your retention improves, obviously you can do less of it. But it never really goes away, and that allows you to just stay in that nice solid spot.
Yeah. I think as a side note, you never want to think you're past anything. Like, there was a time when we were really busy, like kind of spreading ourselves because our business didn't work that well.
Yeah.
Like, it was making money, but it just, operations wise, it just wasn't efficient.
How did shit back end?
Correct. And then there were times when I kind of got into that mindset of like, I'm, potentially past working with certain amounts of people and coaching and stuff like that. And that had a really big effect on how I was coaching my clients at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to take a couple of steps back, and it's like, hang on, I got into this whole game because I like coaching people. Everything else is really a manifestation of, or another adjunct of my love to coach people.
Yep.
And I need to make sure that I keep reminding myself of that.
Yep.
Because that's going to affect your business.
Yep.
Now, it's not a like for like situation, but if you think you're past phone calls, like, I'm never past phone calls. I haven't had to do a lot of them, but I'm telling you now, if I need to fucking eat, I'm picking the fucking phone up. You know what I mean? Like, if I have to knock on people's doors, fucking do whatever, it's like I know I've got that ability to kind of just like just do the grunt work.
Yep.
And I think you need to make sure that you have that understanding. You're never past anything.
Yeah.
You just don't have to utilize that as much, maybe.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage. I think every trainer does it. And we used to watch our data of like when a trainer would start with us, that their first 8 weeks would be like epic growth.
Yeah.
And then their close ratios would just tank.
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? Tell me what you're doing in your close ratio. And you go through a role play and you're like,
they're just deviating.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, not wrong, but like, that's not what you were doing. That's not what you were doing. That's not what you were doing. And you've lost these core things because you got too confident and you're not ticking those fundamental boxes now, and people aren't signing up.
Or you're just not getting in front of enough people as well. Because they're like,
happens,
we're not, I'm past phone calls or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no other way in a gym to have that many conversations. Then get on the phones and talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a really big part of all of that. And then the last one in terms of needs analysis, like, we need somewhere to put shit that we don't lose it.
Yep.
Because people fuck up that shit all the time.
Yeah, and we're really trying our business. Like, you don't want to get into a point where your business is that big and it's got all these different departments and people working, and some of them into overlap. Sorry, and you don't actually know where the fuck anything is.
Yeah,
because
we know. You definitely don't want
ours
that.
is kind of like that.
It's getting much better.
And we've made a conscious effort now to make sure that our retrieval of information is, takes precedence.
Yeah.
But just do it now.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if there's only one of you. Because you'll thank yourself in fucking 3 or 4 years' time when you're like, where's that thing that we made?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Let's just make a new one. Like,
so if that is our needs analysis... What was that? Is that a plane?
Is there a plane about to fucking fall on our house?
Jesus
yeah, that sounds fucking low. We got headphones on.
I've never heard a plane out here before. Get them at home all the time. So yeah, now you can build a program, and it's a little bit lame. I understand, and presenting it on a podcast, it feels a little bit lame. But I'm just trying to get the framework from a trainer's mind. It's like, you ask your clients to track their fucking nutrition, to put in their sets and reps, to put in their hours sleep, their mood, their soreness, their menstrual
RPE,
cycle, their RPE. Sometimes what their shit looks like. Like, you are tracking everything you possibly can with a lot of your clients, and you're studying everything you can to add more shit for them to track, so you have more information to get better results. But you don't track your own shit.
Yeah.
You don't look at anything. Most personal trainers I speak to don't even know how many clients I have.
Yeah.
Let alone what the average rate of those clients are. Let alone the retention
weekly
rate.
income, lifetime value,
all of
average
that's
retention,
missing.
conversion rates.
So my goal here, as lame as it might sound, is to just get an idea through to you guys to be like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see. We talked about it on the podcast last week, like who you are in the gym and who you are in life.
Yeah.
And the lessons you can learn. It's like take the lessons from how you manage that outcome and place it in how you manage your fucking business outcomes. So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. So the warm-up for your business, A1 in your program. You want a piece of hero content that outlines who you are, what problems you solve, what outcomes you get, and then you can send that to clients before you get to your consults.
Yeah, I like it.
So that's number one. Build that as part of your business.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get better show ratios. You have better buy-in before people even get there. You'll have the client walking in like you had that was like, this is made for me.
Yeah.
On the consult within the first 5 minutes. We talked about behaviors, what the client does in the first 2 weeks. What is that client going to behave like in the first 48 to 72 to 2 weeks? Versus someone who comes in like, oh, I've got Greg at the gym.
Yeah.
He's going to tell me how to turn on a treadmill.
Yeah, we even talked about it in Standout with with Noah, and she was like, as soon as I implemented the hero content, like, and she threw roundaboutish figures, but even like she was like, improved in terms of like cancellation rate by 50%. So there's new people coming in, and then she was like signing more people up and everything because. You just got to think like I went with the angle of like how receptive is that person to what's going to happen in that session when they actually know who you are, what you do, and how you're going to help them. You're going to be way more receptive than like you said, like, oh, I'm just Jason's here to help me, learn how to use the machines.
Yeah.
No.
And then I want to tie this back into like this full book concept, right? You want a full book. Yeah. A full book looks differently for everybody based on how well you do this.
Yeah.
Because a full book, so say that example we use, 30 clients, 6-month retention.
Yeah.
I need 1.2 sales a week.
Yeah.
If your show ratio is only 50% because you don't have this, you now have to book 2 consults, which means 2 half-an-hour sessions or 45 or whatever time frame you do, put aside. So it's an hour and a half put aside a week.
Yeah.
For one of them not even to fucking show up, so it's dead time. Means you have to do twice as many phone calls to get to appointments as you do for one.
Yeah.
Means you have to speak to more people, blah, 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 blah. Like, how much time does that actually cost you in your business?
Yeah.
So if you're doing an extra free consult a week, that's one session at least you're not getting paid for.
Yeah.
If you're doing an extra 45 minutes of trying to get an appointment, that's another session. So, oh my God, I'm so tired at 30 sessions a week. Well, of course you are, because you got to do all this other shit.
Yeah, there's way more into
Maybe
that
you could be doing 35 and making money, training people, and actually getting results.
Yeah.
Where I meant to go before, I said about like putting your business cap on and like looking at lifetime value of your client. I forgot to come back. It actually means you fucking get results.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's why we train people to facilitate outcomes, help them improve their lifestyle. It usually gives us some form of validation, but it's also obviously very rewarding and fulfilling to work with people who are actually getting results.
Yeah.
And you want better clients, which means clients who get results. You get that ball rolling early, they'll be better clients.
Yeah.
You don't have to magically find some perfect person on Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's A1 of your warm-up. A2 is a digital questionnaire that someone can fill out before they get to you. So what I wrote in the, because this is coming out in a YouTube video today when this releases, there's also a YouTube video on this. Because it makes you look fancy as fuck and builds more buy-in. And it's like, how many personal trainers are sending out a piece of hero content that explains exactly who you are?
Yeah.
Then maybe a jot form that's identifying, not just like, here's the ESSA form, which even that was fucking so boring in itself.
Yeah.
Like the best way I ever found of making that somewhat entertaining was just like, can you fill this out for me? So just so I know you're not going to die on the gym floor. I reckon I told that joke no less than 500 times. So instead of doing that, you can send out a Jot form, a Google form, whatever. I think Jot form shits all over Google form from a presentation standpoint.
Yeah.
It separates you from the other 5 bazillion Google forms that everybody
Yeah,
has.
you make them look pretty aesthetic now too.
Yeah, so I think that is a worthwhile implementation. The other thing that you can do, if you're clever about it, is you can put height, strength standards, body weight, age, activity.
Everything you need to write the program.
Then you don't have to be like, hey, how tall are you? And what's...
Yeah.
It's like, it's all fucking there. You've got it there to recall afterwards.
Yeah.
And how often I'd still wonder how many people do this on paper. And it's like you look back at your notes and you either forgot to ask or you can't fucking read it.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, you're trying to be present with the person.
Yeah.
Your handwriting's just chicken scratch at that point. It's
Yeah.
like, this is useless information.
Yep.
So that's number 2. So that's your warm-up done. Then you've got your high-load compound lifts. We just spoke about in barbells and banter. Put the important shit, put the start of your workout.
At the start.
Well, the meat and nuts is next. This is just the work. Because we can vary the meat and nuts. You can eat different meat and have different nuts. But the heavy compounds stay the same.
Is it meat and potatoes and meat and nuts? Do you mean the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the core, the main.
Yeah. I'm just a
Got
carb person.
Yeah.
And he's a fats person.
I'm definitely not. So your high-load compounds is your easy-to-use, complete online DDR system.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a good... so this is where the trade-off to having the shit emergency contact part. The perk to the company that we use, we can put our terms and conditions in the direct debit form.
Yeah.
Which saves a lot of time.
Goated.
So minimum term, cancellation, suspension protocols, everything that they need to know.
Have to agree before it sends off.
Correct, yeah. And there's no like, I didn't fucking see that. It's like, when you signed it.
Yeah.
If you didn't read it,
Soz, bruh.
and I told you in the call. So anyway, so hopefully you can combine that into, I'm trying to think of like, it's like doing lunges with bicep curls, killing 2 birds with one stone.
Blend the veggies in with the pasta sauce.
Yeah, except like doing lunges with bicep curls is fucking stupid.
No,
don't ever do that.
Blending the veggies in the pasta sauce is being deceiving. It's like, no,
don't do that.
That was a fucking terrible analogy.
So yeah, ideally you can do both of those things in one hit with one link, and it's job done.
Yeah.
So that is your. This has to happen. It has to be smooth and it has to be repeatable every single time. And then we get on to the meat and nuts, Jason.
More about the meat.
Yeah, you call it meat and nuts because like you don't do heavy load compounds. You're just like, let's do the body.
Meat and spuds.
Meat and spuds.
That's it.
Create a welcome series for your clients. So Jace talked about this earlier. Create a welcome series for your clients.
Yep.
This should be automated and received by your client during the first week of their program.
Yeah.
So we've done.
So we initially had a welcome series in an education program. But they have to go in and do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where I think the automation of it, if you can find a way to just
we have that now.
remove friction, send it to the person.
We do have that now, Jace.
Yeah. I know.
We rebuilt it with the new website.
I was just like, telling the guys about the evolution.
Correct. Nothing.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Something better.
Hey, we want to show you guys everything from when it was shit to when it's good. No, this ain't a highlight reel. You know.
I'm going to wrap this up so well with all the things Jason's saying at the moment. At the end, you just wait. Wait. It's coming. I'm going to drop the
throw the lob up.
Yeah, you definitely
ready
are.
for the slam.
It's interesting that I wrote this totally separate to you, and I'm explaining it to you first time you've ever heard it, and you're saying the stuff that I've written later.
And I'm just making swishes.
Yeah,
what a team.
Just flicking it up over the hoop.
Actually know what we're fucking talking about, eh?
Magic. So that's number 1. It can be, like I said, a video series. It can be an email series. It can be... It could be a half an hour follow-up call. Yeah, it could be the protocol you follow on your first session where you sit down with them and do their measurements and show them MyFitnessPal.
It could be a Loom explaining the initial startup of your program and all that, and then just touching base with a message 2 days later. Hey, got any questions?
The only caveat I put to that is remember you might need to do 10 of them.
I was just about to say that.
Because you're all out here trying to get that viral video, right?
Yeah.
We had Mary on the podcast a few months ago who
Yeah.
hit fucking 80,000 followers overnight and had all of these inquiries and openly said, like, I didn't have the fucking infrastructure to deal with it.
Yeah.
So making sure you have that.
Yeah.
Have that in your mind. What if I need to do a lot of these in the same week? So if it's a 1 hour onboarding call and you get 5, have you got 5 hours in your week to actually do that? And do you want to do again, we got to do the calls to get the consult. Then we got to do usually two consults to get the sale.
Yeah.
If you're in the gym, maybe one online, but online is usually longer. So we've got to allocate an hour to signing a client up. I got to do that every single week to maintain based on my retention rate.
Yeah.
Now I've got to do every single time I sign a new client, I've got to do this onboarding thing. Then I've got to manually send them a text in this time, and then it becomes a bit of a shitstorm.
Yeah, agreed.
I think in a face-to-face environment, what I used to do, and I found to be very successful, their first paid session was like onboarding.
Yeah.
We did their measurements. We made sure they knew their way around MyFitnessPal. We went over the exercises in their program they didn't know and made sure everything was set up for them to win in that first week. And then the second session, so that's already a planned session inside what you do. It's paid and it's all Gucci. Online, like I said, I think the Loom is the way to go. And then I think you have a process of your first check-in. This is the way I do it. The first check-in's an extra 5 minutes longer. Just want to make sure this data's not filled out. I need this because. This data's not filled out. I need this because.
Yeah.
And then you have the email series on the top of that and you're fucking...
Just dotting the I's, crossing the T's, taking
on.
out all the assumptions.
Yes. What's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STC Fit Learning Mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship, head to programs and mentorship and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. The next part of that is a client resource portal. Now, again, from a actional standpoint, the first time I did this, I printed out I'm not going to say what the diet was. I printed out a resource from a book that was a diet strategy.
Yeah. I know who.
Sorry to every client I gave this to, by the way. And gave them that, and that was their resource. And that was like, no one was doing that in the gym at the time.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, this is so good. The clients loved it. It just turned out to be a really shit protocol.
Yeah.
Really unsustainable. But we got good results to a point. So that was where we started.
Yeah.
Then we went to Google Drive. Then we went to video. Now we've got Mighty Networks. Well, inside the app, we have education.
Yeah. And then
there's just videos. And then inside Mighty Networks, we've got
video.
Fucking balls deep.
Yeah.
Probably you're a coach if you care.
Yeah.
Sort of level. Mm-hmm. So wherever you are along that spectrum is probably where you want to be. Yeah. I think Teachable is probably the best entry-level product, price-wise.
I think they've done some pretty good upgrades to it too, to be fair to them.
Yeah.
We moved on because it was not that great from a technical perspective, but I think they've done some good things since then.
Yeah. So that's something to look at.
Yeah. To
finish off, we need to do a cool down. I know you all leave the gym, you don't actually do your cool downs anyway, but do this one.
Maybe some cardio.
Well, this is your like 5-minute walk before you leave the gym. Create an admin email for your business.
Yeah.
Now, I only thought of this like 2 months ago because we've had an admin email for 10 years. But how valuable that admin email is to my anxiety levels is fucking huge. So it's just like, hey, I want to cancel, I want to suspend or whatever. Sweet, send this to admin. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have anyone you're paying to be your admin. You just need the email box to be able to go to it.
Yeah.
Sit down. So when do we get these fucking I need to cancel? It's not Monday morning at
it's-
10 a.m. when you're in the right zone to deal with it.
Yeah,
it's fucking 9:30 Sunday night. It's 10 o'clock Friday
or it's
night.
in your session when you're just about to train them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And you've got 4 clients back to back afterwards.
Yeah. You react emotionally usually. So the
Yeah.
text you're going to send back is going to be shit. It's going to
Yeah.
be emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. Avoiding friction, so you're just going to cave in usually.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this gives you the ability to be like, send this over here so you can go to it at a time where you can be emotionally stable.
Yeah.
Have your T's and C document there
Yeah.
so you can refer to it, even copy and paste it. Like, hey, if you get pushback, it's like, I understand, but this is how things work. And just reduces that anxiety so much. Again, you got 30 clients, 35, 40 clients that you're managing. This stuff matters.
Yeah.
This stuff determines what a full book looks like.
Yep.
Even coming back to the resources, I don't think we went in enough on that. It's like, how many times are you going to have the conversation about sleep hygiene?
Yeah.
How many times are you going to have the conversation about why the calories in MyFitnessPal don't line up with my app? Which I don't know, you probably get all the fucking time. It's like, how many times are you going to answer that question versus like, if you go here, it explains it. Like, it's just wasted time. It's wasted energy.
Yeah.
And if you answer it all the time progressively, no matter how kind-hearted you are and how passionate you are about getting the client results, your answers will deteriorate over time. If you sat down and wrote it out,
It creates a over dependence, I think, as well, which you
does.
don't really want to. We're trying to do the opposite, creating autonomy.
Yeah.
So it's like encouraging people to do what you're saying. Go here and look for yourself.
Yeah.
You're actually not. It's not a disservice to teach someone how to find the answer rather than giving them the answer
Correct.
all the time.
So you sit down, you write the best solution to your client problem you possibly can. You write it out, you film it, boom, it's done once. Every client who ever asks that question again, it's there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they watch it without you even prompting them and they're learning and they've got this extra perceived value of what you do.
Yeah.
The other thing is, and like I've been writing about this now for 14 days, it's like my understanding now of like when I walk into Q&A and anyone asks me any kind of question about this, like my understanding of what needs to be in place is so fucking well thought out now.
Yeah.
So if you come and ask me like, how do I set up my back end, Ben, to make sure I'm maximizing my time in the gym, training people, making the most amount of money I can and getting the best client results, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
If you've never sat down and really thought about what's a sleep hygiene protocol, I've never told my clients that. Maybe I just say, turn your phone off. Stop scrolling at night. Like, that's fucking useless. Versus sitting down and being like, okay, so what actually affects sleep? What is the half-life of caffeine? How does the overhead lights affect them? What does the room temperature need to be? What happens when there's light? Blah, 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 blah. What if they're a fucking mum? Can they have...
Okay, catch up.
Yeah, can you do
maybe.
banked sleep? How does that work? Imagine going down that rabbit hole for every question that your clients ask and then building a resource for that. How much better are you as a trainer at the end of that? Instead of... And now I don't discourage... We fire shots a lot because... Not because you shouldn't do it, but because personal trainers only invest in it, like technical workshops.
Yeah.
I need to learn biomechanics. I need to learn nutrition. I need to learn this. And they pay heaps of money and they walk away usually with shit that they can't even apply to their business. But they don't actually pursue, this is a client problem that I'm being presented with. I need to go find the solution. And then when you find that solution, you just make it into a resource that you can give forever. Yeah. It'll fast track your learning so much.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always trying to find shit that they can just like show their client and see if they like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And I was
100%.
culprit of it in the past. I'd go and learn a workshop and be like, hey, we should try this. And that did not apply to that person at all. I just wanted to use it on someone.
All of Good Life Point Cook on macro tracking in 15 or whatever it was.
Like not most, but a portion of clients that I train weren't bodybuilders and we'd just be doing all this fucking bodybuilding style training, intensifiers and shit. And I'm like, fuck, you just don't need to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yes. That was back to the meat nuts. So you cool down, get your admin sorted out. Once you've got all that in place, if you think about that, like you warm up, getting those documents done, getting the pre-stuff in, building buy-in, getting everything prepped, ready to go.
Yeah.
Then you've got good onboarding. The T's and C's, which are the god of your business, is the terms and conditions. If you don't have them, you don't have a foot to stand on with anything else. Then you've got the resources. So the reason I called that the meat and potatoes, like with a program, is the same. You're always probably, for most people, going to have a heavy lower body push and a heavy hinge at the start of your program.
Yeah.
Your leg day. Then after that, you can kind of fuck with whether we do seated or lying hamstring curls.
Yeah.
The reason I structured it that way is like that meat and nuts part. So the welcome series and how you're executing that for your clients, and the client education portal or the resources portal, you can fucking develop that forever.
Yeah.
You can change it, you can move it, you can deliver it in different ways, we're still doing it.
Yeah.
10 years later. So that's the stuff that you can kind of play with. And then obviously the cool downs, like, okay, this actually allows me to leave the gym in the right frame of mind. Put that all together, you'll save time, you'll save heaps of fucking energy.
Yeah.
And you'll actually be able to manage more clients, which means you'll make more money. Now, of all of those, the hero content probably carries the most friction for most trainers.
Yeah.
So I would say just write it out to start with.
Yeah, man.
Like Noah, the example that you used, just has a PDF. That's it.
Yeah.
50% increase in show ratio.
Nice looking PDF. Not hard to make things aesthetic these days. Using Canva and shit and whatever else I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Professional,
who
simple,
you are,
effective.
Who you work with, what their problems are, how you solve them, the results they get.
Yeah.
Have that written down.
So simple.
And give it to people. It's not as complicated as you think. When you're ready, a YouTube video, I think, is gold standard for that. We use a podcast, episode 122 for Standout PT information. And if you ever apply for Standout PT, I'll send you that podcast so you can listen to it because it talks about those things.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say? Sorry. Yeah. The other thing with a program is we give them to clients because it's repeatable, it's measurable, and the whole, like, how many times a personal trainer said, what's measured is managed, and they don't fucking measure anything.
Yeah.
Once you've got a system like this in place, you can be like, oh, fuck, people aren't signing the direct debit form when I get off the phone for my online clients. Or I'm sending them a link and they're leaving and it's not getting done.
Yeah.
I need to intervene there.
Yeah.
I'm getting the same question about why my calories add up differently in the app than they do in my fitness pal.
Yeah.
I need something somewhere to answer that question. So once you put all that in place, save time, more income, better results, longer retention, fucking more fulfillment out of your job.
Yeah.
Nobody got into personal training to be an admin
Nah, fuck that.
officer.
We want to train people.
Just dad. Thanks, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah. And set it up so you can spend your time doing the thing you like to do the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so put good stock into just having a think about how many hours you're spending right now. Have a think about how many clients you have and how much hours you're spending in back end. And then if you did get to that full book, say you got full book face-to-face and then you added some online clients, which is what everyone wants to do. We want to be that hybrid sold-out trainer. How many hours of shit are you doing?
Yeah, it's a lot of frustration.
Yeah. And I think really, what do you reckon, 4 to 6 hours? You put that together?
Oh, yeah.
Hero content probably takes the longest, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Sorting out your direct debit, all of everything else we spoke about. Short period of time.
Oh, maybe the resources part might be a bit, but just chip away at it.
And then
it don't have to be. It can be an ongoing thing. Like, hey, we've added this now. Hey, we've added this now. Every single person in Standout's done that. It's just like we're just adding. They're adding modules to their client resources.
Yeah, and that's took the words out of my mouth. Thank you, Jason.
That's what we do.
So yeah, you could basically just do that on a needs basis. When you get asked a question, go and make a resource on it.
So start with the welcome bit. Then go over the training components. If you have some form of nutrition structure, do that next.
Yeah.
Add.
stcfit.com, resources, you will find the 6-figure systems checklist, download it for free and get the free training.
Yep.
I will say, we are closing our Standout PT intake it'll be 4 weeks from today when this comes out. We haven't closed it for a while. We're going back to an intake cycle. So it's going to close. So you need to get in soon. The earlier you get in, the more free access you'll get. So we're actually going to give you access to the course immediately on sign up, which means you get access to the mastermind calls, which are the Q&A sessions we talk about. 90 minutes.
Very good bonus.
Every Thursday, 90 minutes with Jason and I to ask whatever the fuck you want, or all the other trainers in there as well.
Yeah.
That you can bounce ideas off. Obviously ask questions in the group.
Yep.
We've got Tam in there. We've got Ash from MA in there.
Yeah.
That you can kind of bounce those ideas around in. We're also, for the first time, doing our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
So we are so sure that you will see the pathway from where you are right now to being sold out, hybrid coach, 6 figures inside the 26 weeks, that we're putting a 30-day, no questions, money-back guarantee. So same website.
Confidence is there.
Same website, services, Standout PT.
Yep.
Shoot through an inquiry or book a call. I will have a chat with you. And then for this month, anyone who signs up, I'll also do a business audit for you. So what I'm going to do is sign up as a client.
Smashing the bonuses. Oof.
Go through your entire business as a client and just point out some things that you might be able to do. A lot of this stuff that will improve the experience of your client, which will improve buy-in, which will improve results, will improve lifetime client value, retention, all of the things.
It's a lot of value.
I think so.
Yeah. I would miss out if
Throw
I was
on the kitchen
If I was on
sink
the fence, that would push me over.
Yeah.
If I wasn't on the fence, I'd be on the other side anyway.
All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Don't forget
that's
to
good.
subscribe, like, do the things, and we will see you on Beyond the Gym Floor next week.
All right. Catch you guys.